Faking the give. Now Watson. That's Samuel. Caught left side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Johnson goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
11 empty.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. on Burrow. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. This time Burrow will look to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now, the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it, taking it right down Broadway. 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Here we go. Thomas. empty.
Now it's Burrow. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Watson off play action. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. On the return, here comes Lewis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow flushed out right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Again, it's Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Duvernay as the first half is winding down. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Burrow on play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half. But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. A give up the middle to Gibson. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Duvernay His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 28-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here...
And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a sit. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his
caliber? I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Gibson will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4th down, here's Joe Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Watson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And this is caught by Evans. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. From the 16, Burrow. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Burrow will throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going from there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
He's got room at the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
Here we go on 4th. Watson and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they...
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.